Top 30 Desktop Support Interview Questions and Answers. Desktop support professionals play a critical role in keeping an organization's technology running smoothly. Hiring managers look for candidates with strong troubleshooting abilities, communication skills, patience, and a solid understanding of hardware, software, and networking fundamentals. They also value professionalism, customer focus, and the ability to remain calm under pressure. This guide includes 30 common desktop support interview questions and answers to help you prepare confidently and demonstrate your technical knowledge and service-oriented mindset. 1. What interests you about working in desktop support? I enjoy solving technology-related problems and helping users feel confident with their systems. Desktop support allows me to apply technical knowledge while providing hands-on assistance, which I find rewarding. I like the balance of troubleshooting, communication, and continuous learning. Each day brings new challenges, and I enjoy identifying solutions that restore productivity. This role also offers opportunities to learn new technologies and contribute to smooth IT operations across the organization. 2. What experience do you have with troubleshooting hardware issues? I have hands-on experience diagnosing and repairing hardware components, such as RAM, hard drives, power supplies, motherboards, and peripherals. I follow a structured approach by gathering information, performing visual inspections, running diagnostics, and isolating faults. I resolve issues like system overheating, boot failures, defective cables, and malfunctioning devices. I also document repairs, maintain inventory, and ensure hardware meets performance standards. My methodical process helps minimize downtime and maintain system reliability. 3. How do you troubleshoot a computer that won't start? I begin by checking power sources, cables, and outlet functionality. Then I confirm the power supply, monitor connection, and look for beep codes or LED indicators. If the system shows no signs of life, I test the PSU and reseat internal components like RAM and GPU. If the system powers on but doesn't boot, I access the BIOS, check boot order, and run diagnostics. Throughout the process, I document findings and update the user. 4. How you fix slow computer performance. I start by checking resource usage through Task Manager to identify CPU, RAM, or disk bottlenecks. I remove unnecessary start programs, scan for malware, uninstall and use software, and update drivers. I also verify available storage, defragment HDDs when appropriate, and ensure system updates are current. If hardware limitations are the cause, I recommend upgrades such as RAM or SSDs. My approach ensures both immediate improvement and long-term system efficiency. 5. How would you handle a user who is frustrated or upset? I remain calm, listen carefully, and acknowledge their frustration. I reassure them that I'm there to help them maintain a positive, respectful tone. I avoid technical jargon and explain solutions clearly. I help them feel understood by repeating key concerns and offering realistic timelines. My goal is to provide excellent customer service while resolving their issue promptly. Professionalism and empathy help build trust, even in stressful situations. 6. What steps do you take when troubleshooting a network connectivity problem? I begin by confirming the user's issue, checking physical connections, and ensuring the device is connected to the correct network. I test with IP configuration commands, check for valid IP addresses, and run ping tests to isolate the problem. I restart the adapter, verify switch or router status, check DNS settings, and disable conflicting software like VPNs or firewalls. If needed, I escalate to the networking team. Clear documentation follows every troubleshooting step. 7. How do you prioritize multiple support tickets? I prioritize based on urgency, impact, and the number of users affected. Issues that disrupt business operations or affect many users take top priority. I also consider service-level agreements and deadlines. While working on high-priority tasks, I keep users updated on timelines for lower-priority tickets. Effective time management, communication, and documentation help ensure all requests are handled efficiently and professionally. 8. What operating systems are you most comfortable supporting? I am experienced with Windows, Mac OS, and Linux environments. Most of my desktop support work has been with Windows 10 and 11, including troubleshooting updates, drivers, user profiles, and system errors. I've also supported Mac OS devices, particularly in software installation, configuration, and network connectivity. With Linux, I handle basic troubleshooting, command line tools, and permissions. My cross-platform experience allows me to support various users effectively. 9. How do you troubleshoot printer issues? I start by checking physical connections, power, and network status. Then I verify printer queues, clear stuck jobs, reinstall drivers, and run the manufacturer's diagnostic tools. For network printers, I check IP settings, print server availability, and permissions. If the issue is hardware-related, I check for jams, ink levels, or worn components. Strong communication with users ensures clarity throughout the process. My goal is quick resolution and smooth printing operations. 10. How do you handle malware or virus infections? I isolate the device from the network, run full scans with approved antivirus tools, and remove detected threats. I inspect startup programs, registry entries, browser settings, and running processes for suspicious behavior. If the infection is severe, I back up essential files and perform a clean system reinstall. I also educate users about safe browsing, phishing awareness, and best practices to prevent future infections. Proper reporting and documentation are essential after cleanup. 11. Describe your experience with Active Directory. I use Active Directory to manage user accounts, reset passwords, unlock accounts, assign group memberships, and manage organizational units. I've also handled permission changes, login scripts, and workstation joins to domains. AD is essential for user management and security, and I follow organizational policies to maintain accuracy and compliance. My experience ensures smooth user access and consistent application of IT standards. 12. How do you troubleshoot software that keeps crashing? I begin by verifying system requirements and checking for updates or patches. I review error messages, event logs, and recent system changes. I test the software under different user profiles, check for corrupted files, and reinstall the application if necessary. I also consider conflicts with antivirus software, drivers, or other applications. My process helps determine whether the issue is user-specific, system-related, or software-based. 13. What is your experience with remote support tools? I have used tools like TeamViewer, AnyDesk, Remote Desktop, LogMeIn, and enterprise platforms such as SCCM and ManageEngine. Remote tools help me diagnose issues quickly without requiring physical access. I use them for software installations, performance checks, user training, and troubleshooting. I always follow security protocols and obtain user permission before accessing a system. Remote support is essential for efficiency and providing help to distributed teams. 14. How do you handle password reset requests? I verify the user's identity according to company policy before proceeding. Then I reset the password through Active Directory or the relevant account system, ensuring compliance with password policies. I guide the user on updating credentials across devices and explain any multi-factor authentication steps. Proper verification protects security while ensuring users regain access quickly. 15. What's the difference between a workgroup and a domain? A workgroup is a decentralized network where each computer manages its own security and settings. It's suitable for small environments. A domain is centrally managed with servers controlling authentication, policies, and resources through Active Directory. Domains offer stronger security, scalability, and centralized control, making them ideal for businesses. Understanding this helps support users effectively in enterprise environments. 16. How do you handle a BSOD blue screen of death? I record the error code, analyze dump files, and check event viewer logs to identify the cause. Common issues include driver conflicts, faulty RAM, malware, or corrupted system files. I run memory diagnostics, update drivers, and scan for system corruption using tools like SFC and DISM. If necessary, I roll back recent updates or perform a system restore. My goal is to identify root causes and prevent recurrence. 17. What steps do you take when a user cannot access shared network drives? I check network connectivity, verify domain login credentials, and confirm permissions through Active Directory or file server settings. I map the drive manually and verify path accuracy. Sometimes, Cached credentials or corrupted profiles cause issues, so I clear them and retry. If server-side problems exist, I notify the appropriate team. Clear communication with users helps ensure smooth resolution. 18. Describe your process for setting up a new workstation. I begin by imaging the system using company-approved software or installing the OS. I configure system settings, apply updates, and install required applications. I join the device to the domain, configure user accounts, map drives, set up email, and install security tools. I test connectivity, verify compliance, and ensure the user's environment is ready. Documentation and asset tagging complete the setup process. 19. What do you do when a user reports that their system is repeatedly freezing? I check resource utilization, run hardware diagnostics, and inspect event logs for errors. I verify driver updates, run malware scans, and check for failing components like HDDs or RAM. I also evaluate overheating or insufficient ventilation. If software conflict is suspected, I test with a clean boot. My goal is to determine whether the issue is hardware, software, or network related. 20. How you explain technical solutions to non-technical users. I use simple, clear language and avoid jargon. I give step-by-step explanations and relate issues to familiar concepts. I confirm understanding by asking users if they have questions. My goal is to ensure they feel comfortable and capable. Good communication builds trust and helps users learn how to prevent similar issues in the future. 21. How do you handle ticket documentation? I record all relevant details, including symptoms, steps taken, root cause, solutions, and user confirmation. Documentation ensures continuity, helps with reporting, and supports future troubleshooting. I aim for clarity and accuracy. Well-documented tickets help the entire IT team work efficiently and identify recurring issues. 22. What is your experience with Windows Group Policy? I've used Group Policy to enforce security settings, manage software deployment, update configurations, control user permissions, and customize desktop environments. Group Policy is a powerful tool for maintaining consistency across an organization. I ensure policies are tested and applied correctly without disrupting user productivity. 23. How do you handle email configuration issues? I verify credentials, check server settings, and confirm network connectivity. I troubleshoot common issues such as sync failures, mailbox limits, or corrupted OSD files. I also ensure proper configuration for IMAP, POP3, or Exchange accounts. If necessary, I recreate profiles or repair the application. Email is critical to business operations, so I focus on quick and thorough resolutions. 24. How do you handle unauthorized software on a user's machine? I explain policy restrictions and the risks associated with unauthorized software. I document the incident, remove the software, and report it if required. I help the user find approved alternatives and remind them of acceptable use guidelines. Maintaining system security and compliance is essential in IT environments. 25. What is your approach to learning new technologies? I take initiative by exploring documentation, completing online training, and practicing in test environments. I stay updated with industry news, attend workshops when possible, and learn from colleagues. Continuous learning helps me deliver better support, adapt quickly, and stay valuable in the fast-changing world of IT. 26. How do you troubleshoot remote worker issues? I verify VPN connections, test internet speed, and ensure remote tools are working. I check authentication, firewall settings, and software configuration. I also troubleshoot peripheral devices, remote desktop lag, and sync issues. Remote work requires clear communication and secure troubleshooting methods. I guide users step by step to ensure minimal disruption. 27. How do you handle software installation requests? I verify the user's authorization, check licensing availability, and confirm compatibility with their system. I install the software either manually or through deployment tools, test functionality, and document the installation. Following procedure ensures security and compliance with company standards. 28. What is your approach when you cannot immediately solve an issue? I document what I've tried, research solutions, and escalate when appropriate. I keep users informed of progress and expected timelines. I collaborate with colleagues and refer to technical resources. Persistence and teamwork ensure issues are ultimately resolved while maintaining user trust. 29. How do you ensure system security on workstations? I apply updates, enforce strong password policies, install endpoint security tools, manage permissions, and remove unauthorized applications. I educate users on security practices and monitor for suspicious activity. Ensuring ongoing security protects both data and network integrity. 30. Why should we hire you for this desktop support role? You should hire me because I bring strong technical skills, excellent communication, and a commitment to delivering reliable support. I work well under pressure, learn quickly, and prioritize customer satisfaction. My structured troubleshooting approach ensures efficient problem resolution. I bring professionalism, patience, and a passion for helping users succeed. I am dedicated to keeping systems running smoothly and contributing to a strong IT support team. Desktop support requires a combination of technical expertise, problem-solving ability, and strong communication skills. Preparing thoughtful answers to these common interview questions helps you demonstrate confidence, professionalism, and readiness for the role. By showing that you can troubleshoot effectively, handle users respectfully, and adapt to evolving technologies, you position yourself as a valuable asset to any IT team. With preparation and practice, you can approach your interview with certainty and excel in the desktop support field.